So this is a very ridiculous claim that critic scores really affect box office. Yes, we're going back to this argument here, and they're claiming that the Venice Film Festival, where it's again like 200 people are like able to see, you know, yeah, that 200 people who are able to see the film festival reputation was not that good as well. But again, critic scores don't really impact the box office of a movie. I'm telling you, this is a soccer year. Doesn't even look at last year like a FNAF movie making so much money despite having like a 28% on Rotten Tomatoes, or Jurassic World movie making $1 billion despite having like a 20. Like no one gives a crap about Rotten Tomatoes or the critic score say it anymore. Okay, the real scores that really matter are the audience score. That's why they're trying. Well, it's pretty ironic that they're trying to silence the audience score because the critics want to get that back the power over the box office. Obviously, it's not gonna work. Okay, if they really want to do that, that's why they have been trying to force YouTube to silence us for speaking out against the critics and their shady tactics and all their shady tactics when it comes to movies. But yeah, they're really figgy that it's gonna go a lot lower because Venice Film Festival critics didn't like the movie. I don't really think people care all too much what Venice Film Festival thinks. I don't think people care all too much. Okay, you know, if they do all the projections, it's gonna perform like Godzilla. It's gonna perform in line with the first movie, kind of like how Godzilla did. They were all saying that Godzilla's gonna perform really poorly because the critics said the movie was garbage. Guess what? The movie did way higher than expectations. Same thing with the Mario movie. They said, no, just remember, the critics didn't like the Mario movie. Yes, the Mario movie may have a lot of fans going to go see it, but just remember, the critics gave it a 59%. You have to listen to Rotten Tomatoes. But the movie overperformed expectations 100%. And even all the comments saying that reviews don't matter, Mario movie, and this is going to be for Godzilla. Many movies have done well despite, not being the most critically acclaimed movies. And this trend will probably continue to go on and on and on and get worse and worse and worse as the audience and critic scores continue to get worse and worse. With movies like the Mario movie doing very well, movies like, Godzilla, people going to go see that, in the theaters, people going to go see a lot of movies in the theaters, despite low scores like Despicable Me 4 made $900 million, despite having a very low score on Rotten Tomatoes. It seems that the critics are losing the power. And I think it's something that these people are not going to be able to accept because these sites, these media sites and movie critics are losing the power over the movie audience. Okay, doesn't it about 10 years ago, Rotten Tomatoes score if a movie got bad score on Rotten Tomatoes, it would be rare. You'd have to be a part of a huge, massive franchise for a movie to do well, despite low scores. For example, the Transformers movies did well despite low critic scores, But usually, most of the time, critic and audience scores usually align as well, but it's becoming more and more polarizing. Like, movies have become more and more polarizing because of movie critic scores, because critics judge movies based off woke brownie points instead of actually judging movies if they're good or not. It's the same thing with the gaming industry. All of the game journalists in the mainstream media all said Concord was this amazing game. Dustborn was this amazing game that people have to buy. Well, guess what? People would rather play a game that was basically inspired by Mario Galaxy, where you play as a robot and you do robot stuff, and they're upset basically because they lost the war. If they really wanted their games to succeed, I guess their games that they wanted to see, Concord and Dustborn, no one played, no one bought. That Concord's dead, no, it's shut down, and Dustborn, 10 people are playing it. Literally, only 10 to 15 people are playing Dustborn at this current moment. So it really shows you how ridiculous these critics have gotten. It's the same thing with movie critics as well. They all said Furiosa was the best movie of the year. No one went to go see Furiosa. Same thing with Salazar's. No one went to go see that movie either. They all said that Salazar's was the best movie of the year. No one cared about, Despicable Me 4, don't watch that. It's too much for babies, It's a baby movie. It's not funny. there's no entertainment value in the movie, the movie has to be judged critically. And they'll probably all watch I haven't seen the movie yet with Despicable Me 4, but there are probably are tons of flaws with Despicable Me 4. Okay? I am saying that there are probably are flaws with the movie, but the critics basically giving the movie bad scores because they don't like the movie. It is in Shakespeare, 0 out of 10, but then they'll give a Furiosa, because it's a woke feminist movie, a 10 out of 10. Really shows you the duality of the critics' scores as well. But again, Joker 2 is going to do very well. I'm not really a fan of the movie being a musical myself. Like, why are we making Joker 2 a musical? I think that might turn off some people, but this is going to raise the same people to go out and see the movie regardless if they like it or not. Because they're doing the same thing they did with the first movie. Basically, the critics are still falling for the same trap again. It just shows you how dumb the movie critics are. Really. Goodbye.